All right. Hi, friends. I am very sorry about the technical difficulties that we have. And we can take off that. We will be right back sign off of our live cast, Dan. Um, so I want to welcome everyone who's here. And that's part of life. Just got a new iPhone. So I got a phone call during it and it screwed up the whole live cast, but we were able to get back on. So what's most important is you get your questions answered, and we're here to help you with the issues that you're facing. And thank you for rejoining because we want to be here of service to you. So if you have questions, you can go ahead and post them in the live cast. Let us know where you're from in the country. Love to just see where everyone's from. We're immigration law firm that serves people from all over the country. Um, so that's because immigration law is federal law. And so that's why. And if you have questions, you can reach out to us at 916-613-3553. And welcome, Pablo. So you have a question here. Your lawyers from your old deportation, they did something wrong. So our firm does not handle deportation cases. But if you contact our office, we could refer you to someone who does. And so we won't be able to help you in that situation, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to hear that your attorney did something incorrectly. It's just the importance of getting the correct legal help. Um, okay, so I'm going to go back to one of the latest Supreme Court updates, and that is what is going on with the TPS situation. You're welcome, Pablo. So the Supreme Court said that a new administration can take away TPS from Venezuelans who applied in 2023. And this is disappointing. This administration wants to try to get rid of TPS, and this is one of their first moves in doing so. It does not apply to 2021. We will have to see how that plays out. So hopefully that'll be different for people who applied in 2021 and other TPS holders. Last time the administration was not successful in getting rid of TPS. We hope that is the case in this situation as well. And if you have comments, go ahead and post them in the comment section below. Also wanted to give you an update on what we're seeing in trends with J1 waivers. We're seeing that Department of State it appears that they're upping the standard for no objection waivers, and that those, not our clients, are getting denied. And we've had a number of consultations in respect to that. So we're moving forward on hardship waivers. And so that's the ongoing trend. Now, everything is new with this administration, so we'll keep you posted on what we see. But we have seen an influx from individuals who filed no objection waivers on their own or hired other attorneys getting denials for their no objection waivers. Unfortunately, the Department of State doesn't clearly state what the exact reason is. They're very vague in their denials. And that is a new trend that we're seeing. In terms of how long it's taking to get a J1 hardship waiver approved, we're grateful we're beating what USCIS is stating on their website of 20 and a half months. We've been getting them approved between a year and a half to 2 years. Each case is unique. And keep in mind that 20 and a half months doesn't include Department of State processing. So then you have to look at how long it's going to take also for Department of State. And then we did have a question earlier about if you entered the United States without a visa, what are your options? And Pablo, this is actually an option that may be eligible for you too, which could be a T visa. That's one option. Now, T visa is a trafficking visa. That the traditional sense of trafficking of like where you're actually carried across the border. That's only one definition of a T visa. It could be a number of other factors. So it could be a situation where it could be if you're in an employment situation where you were coerced into employment and there's a number of other factors, you might be eligible for a T visa, or a domestic violence situation where you were told that you would be in a certain kind of situation if you came into the United States and you ended up having your passport taken away, having threats that you're going to be deported to ICE if you don't do what your loved one told you to do, with the number of other factors. So the T visa is something that is worth exploring. Also, a U visa if you're a victim of violent crime, or if you have a U.S. citizen spouse or U.S. citizen parent or lawful permanent resident spouse or parent, you might be eligible for I-601A waiver. That's if you enter without a visa. Now, if you came in with the visa, the situation is different, and people often get confused about that. So if you entered with the visa, then you can apply for a green card in the United States if you're married to a U.S. citizen or have a lawful permanent resident spouse. Well, lawful permanent resident spouse, that's a little bit trickier because that's only if the priority date's current. Where you can do what's called a one step, where you file I-130 petition and a 485 application together. But when you have an immediate relative, meaning a spouse who's a U.S. citizen, even if you've overstayed, you can apply for a green card. So one thing that we've noticed that's different with this administration is Biden administration was giving a lot of interview waivers. Interview waivers are happening, but much less frequently now with the Trump administration. So it's very likely that you could have an interview if you do, if you are filing for a marriage-based green card application. And if you have questions, you wanted to set up a consultation, you can reach out to us at 916-613-3553. And you can post your comments below, or if you have questions, go ahead and post your comments below. Tell me what's on your mind or what question you might have. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like anyone else has any other questions for today. We will see you here on Friday. Tomorrow we are not going to be on, but we will be here Friday. We are here for you. You can reach out to us on social platforms too. If you didn't get a chance to join the live, post your comments there. And you can also give us a call at 916-613-3553. Thanks for joining, and bye for now.